Counting down my list of favorite comedies ever, because who doesn't love to laugh, you know? Kicking off the list, number 10 is 1954's Sabrina with Humphrey Bogart, William Holden, and Audrey Hepburn. Yeah, this movie, it's the feel good film of the 50s. It is the funniest film of the 50s. Well, okay, maybe it's not the funniest film of the 50s. That's got to go to Some Like It Hot. But yeah, there was something extra tender and extra special about Sabrina that I found that I drew myself a little bit closer with than I did with Some Like It Hot. But whatever. Yeah, Sabrina just inches out Some Like It Hot. Number 9, Midnight Run from 1988. In 1988, there was a couple of really excellent comedies, and yeah, Midnight Run is the second best at number 9. The one that just slightly beats out Midnight Run is A Fish Called Wanda, 1988. Both the Midnight Run and Fish Called Wanda are genius films. Why do I like A Fish Called Wanda a tiny bit more? Well, I don't know. Yeah. Number 7 is There's Something About Mary. Yeah, I love this film. This is another film that not only is it achingly hilarious, it's a feel good film. Like I'm just enchanted every time that I see it, despite it having really gross content. Whatever. Number 6, The Apartment, the film that beat Psycho at the Oscars. Yeah, this isn't as good as Psycho, but so what? If Psycho didn't come out in 1960, I would be calling The Apartment one of the like, one of the best Oscar-winning films ever. I just adore this movie to pieces. Number 5, what I consider to be the second best dark comedy ever. You'll see more another dark comedy a little bit more up is Fargo. Fargo, yeah. Um, it's a shocking film. It's brutal. It's just hilarious beyond belief. It's wonderful. Number 4 is one of my most endearing films that I've ever had the privilege of seeing, Stump and Dumber. This movie really brings back so many memories of a really special time in my life. It really takes me there, and when a movie not only takes you into its world, but also takes you to a special moment in your life, like Dumb and Dumber does for me, then you know that's done its job great. Number 3 is Duck Soup, the Marx Brothers film. Now, numbers 2 and 3, I could have switched. I could have done it either or. Like number Duck Soup could have been number 2, or my number 2 film Way Out West could have been number 3. But you know what? Whatever. I just flipped a coin, and number 3 came Duck Soup. Number 2 came Way Out West. And speaking of Way Out West, which is my number 2 slot, it's probably the first movie that I ever actually have any experience watching. And you know, my grandfather was the world's authority on Laurel and Hardy, and Way Out West is their best film. Yeah. And number 1, my favorite comedy ever, Doctor Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb, the finest dark comedy ever made. And yeah, this movie, I'm just blown away every time I see it. It gets better by the watch too. Every time I see it, I'm just blown away by it. The acting is top notch. The dialogue is some of the best out there, and yeah, this movie it's unbeatable, really. So yeah, that's my list of favorite comedies ever. And of course, in the list, I'll put my honorable mentions as I usually do. But until then, stay tuned next time for more lists.